G Money.
Yo.
Why you laughing? You see, when you do that, you haven't liked somebody this fast so early, G. Don't do it, G.
Oh,
G, don't do it. It's too early.
What is going today?
G, don't do it, please.
I know he was a wild card, but I didn't know it was like this, man.
Well, I'm not even paid in full.
You can't talk yet until
I'm not paid in full.
We didn't do our intro yet. You can't talk until we do our
G
intro.
Money.
Huh?
I'm not paid in full.
Ignore him. He can't talk until we do our intro.
G Money. G Money. This is Wesley Snipes talking. That's why I don't fuck with you light-skinned guys.
Can we do our intro, please? Thank you. How you
That
doing,
ain't what
G?
she said last night.
Yo!
Not what she said.
We got to do our intro.
Just one.
The guest is usually silent.
Guest? I'm not a guest. I'm the third person on the show. Keith Murray, G Money in the flip. Let's go. Ooh. See how I went with that, right?
It's going to be different today, bro.
How you doing, G?
I'm okay. How you doing, man?
A lot.
We decided to give expressions to our greatest desires. I wish I had a cheeseburger.
This is another one of them episodes, man. This is going to be
I'm
something.
going to ask you, Sir Murray, to please allow us to conduct our intro. We don't...
Oh, Sir Murray, because I am ordained from the Queen of England, you bloody geezer.
We don't allow the guests to speak while we're doing our intro. So please allow us to do it.
We asked the guests. No, allow is like...
Exactly, but I have to use those words with you because you're not just simple like, can you hold on?
Like simple like Simon when I'm rhyming. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, let's go. Bars!
I can't help myself.
Can you please stop?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
How you doing, G?
What's up, man?
You seem happy today.
I go off the energy, man. I go off the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
How's your week?
Week was good, man. Shout out to Sexy Stace. Her birthday was yesterday. I did
Wow.
I did her event.
I wasn't invited, but yeah.
I did her event. Shout out to her. She had a great comedy
You mean
show.
it's weekend? Today's Monday.
Yo!
Whoa! You're politically incorrect, sire.
Please let us finish.
Ooh.
Thanks, buddy.
At the event yesterday, shout out to Jacque.
Nice.
He was in the building.
Jacque
was out there. Yeah, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole team that was in there. It's crazy. Yeah, everything. How was your weekend, man?
My weekend was well, man. Flipped the.
I see the
trailer.
The trailer.
Drop,
Trailer is very, very good.
Flip the network. Shout out to Bassy for actually stepping up for the first time.
Shout out to
And
Bass.
actually,
Whoa!
I'm joking. I'm joking. But Bassy has assumed a bigger role in Flip the Network. I'm excited. Shout out to him. Everybody would be flying. What your face is red for? You're shocked?
They was out in the A, huh?
He was in the A.
That was in.
Shout out to
Okay.
Bass. He did his thing, man. I mean,
The video looks amazing.
everybody loved him.
Video looks really good.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Shatik as well.
TV quality. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Well, you
Word.
just interrupted us shouting out our business partner.
Sorry. Go ahead. Do you think my fault? I was just saying how good it was. So
People were excited that I was able to I was able to relinquish some of my role, and Bassy stood up and he took it, took it and ran with it like a baton. Best decision I made since getting along with you.
Oh wow, that's good. I'm proud of you, man.
What we got today?
Man, we got a few sponsors today, man. Shout out to Positivity Water. Shout out to DJ Envy.
DJ Envy.
Positivity Water one time for sending the care package over.
For the one time.
Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? This time I could actually try the water because last time you spilled it all over the couch. I was
I know.
I was out here wilding.
I know.
So shout out to Envy. Shout out to Positivity Water. Shout out to my other sponsor here, man, the Hot Sauce Boss.
Can I get some bread?
Can you get some bread? Shout out to the Hot Sauce Boss. You know what I'm saying? This is the only healthy hot sauce in the world right here. The only one. Only healthy hot sauce right here. You can see the calories back here. Is total fat 0, cholesterol 0, sodium only 20. This is healthy hot sauce right here. You know what I'm saying? No sodium, no vinegar. This is dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going viral on the internet.
It is.
Good. You know what I'm saying?
You got paid for that, right?
This is the Hot Sauce Boss, man. You know they always come correct, man. Shout out to
I get
the hotsauceboss.com at the Hot Sauce Boss on Instagram.
Can I get
What, you want some hot sauce?
No, I want to get money from this sponsor.
We can talk Hot Sauce Boss. Talk to let's make it happen for Queens.
Oh, you want me to talk to them directly?
No, you want me to set you up? I said you can do that.
Positivity water, alkaline water. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, you go and say when we ready. You got everything? G Money.
Yo.
I guess it's ready.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
I feel it. I know
it's
you
gonna
feel
be
it.
a
You
classic.
like this guy. If you give him a he cool early, I will walk out. Oh, you need to give it to him last, like you gave everybody else.
At the end?
Because I know what you're doing.
I try.
When you start laughing, I saw you got the box up and all that.
It's there.
No,
It's
put the box down. He can't get it too early.
Nah, it's there, man.
If he get it early, he'll be the first one to get it early in the new spot. G Money.
Yo.
Episode 208.
Nigga, we made it.
We got a special guest.
Yes. Man.
Legend.
He's an icon.
The man.
Strong Island.
Uh-huh.
Hip hop.
Uh-huh.
L.O.D.
Uh-huh.
Def Squad.
Uh-huh. Round of applause for my man, Keith Murray.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Peace.
He switched off that because he made him wait too long for the intro. Now he switched the energy over now.
How you doing?
Doing something kind of wonderful. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
We all right? Did you just do a switch?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you flip the script on us just now?
I don't know what you're saying. I just walked in the room and I did the intro. I wasn't here before anything else.
Wow.
Okay. So who were we talking to?
Ow.
Who were we talking to before?
Oh.
Who was that guy about 5 minutes ago that we was talking to?
I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Better go ask Google.
Okay. Welcome to.
Oh, you was talking to the original African booty scratcher,
Oh Lord.
Omar Gerald.
Ooh.
Omar Jr.
Now remember, you put the mic that way, so you have to project your voice.
That ain't what she said last night. Oh, wait. That ain't what she said last night.
G. Don't like him so quick, G.
All right,
We don't know how it's gonna go. Don't open smiles.
I'm gonna take time.
I know. Welcome, yeah, G.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. Like Tony the Tiger, my uncle Simmons.
You must have had a lot of fun back in the days, man. Like I feel like the energy, my first time meeting you, you know what I'm saying, and I kind of can already see how you were in the 90s and when you were running around performing and meeting with different artists like that. You know what I'm saying? Were you the same person as you are right now, or were you a little different back in the days?
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you said that because you took the words right out of my brain. I was going to say I am the same as I was then. I just matured. I grew up in public. So now the things I used to do, I know I can't do, but I walk that witch to the bridge and let her jump herself.
Right. But the same energy, same charisma, same character. I'm pretty sure it's stakes. You can't lose that.
By the grace of God, I am a one of a one, son of a gun, baby bubba, hubba bubba, if you're nasty. My father's name is Keith Omar Murray Sr. I'm Keith Omar Murray Jr. Bubba, God bless his dead, was his nickname. I'm baby bubba.
Where you from, man?
I'm from Roosevelt, Long Island, and Central Islip, Long Island, and Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and Bainbridge, Brooklyn, where my brother Pooch is from, where my father migrated us to. I'm a Prospect Trooper and a Razor Con under the Decepticons, L.O.D. Def Squad, Mr. Keith Murray, the Fly Gemini. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lie. I don't lie, I tell a better version of the truth. Why is it cricket letter?
I'm waiting for you. That's all.
I'm not saying.
All right. Well, listen. Take us. So, born and raised in Long Island. Take us back to that time before the hip hop, before the tours, before the money, everything. I'm not saying you didn't have money back then, but before the deals and everything. Take us back. Who was Keith Murray before?
I was a humble young man. My mother and father was married when they had me and my older sister, Demetria D-Ski. She's 2 years older than me. And then they broke up, and my mother moved to Central Islip with my grandmother, Clara Buddha Hall, and my grandfather, Mr. Hall. And I grew up on Carlton Park and Carlton Avenue and went to Central Islip High School. in Reed School, where I was the soccer, basketball, wrestling, grapple on gravel, homicidally have you. Y'all niggas is scared of a horror novel. Type of jock, type of guy. So I play sports and I'm very scholastic.
Tell us about, at what age did your parents break up? Did mom leave dad? Because you said mom left.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
Did you always have a relationship with your father after?
Yes. My grandmother, Dolly Mae, lived in Roosevelt, and my grandmother, Clara Buddha Hall, lived in Central Islip. So I would live in Central Islip, Carlton Park, and then live on Elmore Street, my grandmother. But I always was in Roosevelt when I wasn't in school. In the summer times, I was in Roosevelt with my Uncle T-Roy, the original B-boy, and my father, and my 5 uncles, and my 2 aunts, Regina, and Aunt Cuddy, Quetta, Uncle Barron, Uncle Marvel and Marvelous, Tony, George, God bless the dead, George Jebbett, and
So Pops was always around. Pops ain't going away. Mom just moved.
Yeah, they split up, and my mother went and had. When I was 12 years old, my mother had became a significant other with a Jamaican called Jamaican Les. So I was raised by the Jamaicans since I was 12 years old. That's why I get the song and the stage, and I used to go through the albums. But also, Uncle T-Roy did hip hop too. So I used to listen to Mr. Magic and Red Alert, and my grandmother Dolly Mae. She used to work at the Patterson home, and I used to listen to the radio and everything. And Uncle T-Ray was the original B-boy. I said, "How they do that?" He said, "Yo, grab a pen, write this down, read it back to yourself, see how it sound. It might sound like I'm just an MC, but I'm not. I'm a prince of poetry. I don't sit down and write rhymes every day, but people want to sound like me anyway." So I wrote that down. I remembered it. And then Grandmaster Flash, The Furious 5 was the first album I had, and Run DMC, Tougher Than Leather. And then it just spawned from there with the LL Cool J and MC Shan. I was mimicking, and G-Rap and NWA and Tim Dog and Salt and Pepper, and the list goes on, Houdini and things of that nature.
I read somewhere Curtis Blow was your idol.
Definitely, still to this day. I'm a student of the game. There's not many songs I don't know. I study the new ones now, but it's embedded in me. I live vicariously through hip hop.
So, being a kid, moving around, you said you was raised by the Jamaicans. What did you learn from Jamaican? What's his name, Lance?
Lance. No, not
Lance.
Sir Lance-a-Lot. Les. Jamaican Les.
Jamaican Les.
Bungle Dread.
What did you learn from him? Because obviously, him and your mom were dating, correct?
They went together, and then my mother had Demetria, Keith, Erica, Daryl, then Christina, God bless the dead. But she passed away with my mother, and then my younger brother, Les, who's still alive. His junior, Les.
So your mother had 6 children with Les?
No, my mother had 2 children with Les. She had Demetria, Keith, Erica, Daryl, Les, and Christina. 6 of us. Les and Christina is less children, but he raised me since I was 12 years old. But my father was always there. My uncles would come see me, and the family would just mesh.
Did Pops and Les get along?
They never even really talked to each other, but my father, Keith, always had me. He used to work at the Patterson home where my grandmother worked, and he took me to Brooklyn, and he taught me songs and singing and dressing with the suede front, and he was and is my world. So I had 2 fathers, my biological father and my Jamaican father from Jamaica.
Best of both worlds.
Well, if you say so.
I'm Jamaican, that's why I said that.
Yes, but it wasn't always good times. There was hardship too, and like everybody else, we had the drugs, violence, and domestic and growing up, but we all stick together. And my grandmother, Clara Hall, and Dolly Mae kept us together.
When you say drugs and violence, right, and domestic, in what category does that fall in with was Jamaican was Les?
Les, yeah.
Les.
Yeah, was Jamaican
He worked in the He worked over there in this the hospital grounds. We used to go is this New York Tech, where I went after I got out of jail. I went to college in New York Tech, then I went to Suffolk Community. But he worked over there, but he stopped selling. He stopped his job, and then he started selling. That's when crack came around. And I used to count the money and hold the gun, and he used to give me the sneakers. I used to go out all the time and all the parties and stuff, and he held me down. So that's my father. That's daddy.
So he got you into the game, basically.
No, Uncle T-Roy got me into the lyricism and hip hop, but he grew me as a man to know about money, streets, and family, and all of the above. And I'm gonna let you ask the questions and I answered them correctly.
Well, I think he meant the game as far as like hustling. Not the hip hop game.
Sorta, kinda, but I can't put that on him. I lived on 26 Cherry Street on the corner, and I lived on the corner in Elmore. So I would see them hustling. I would be going to sleep and hear them on the corner. The Skadita crew and DBL, and I would hear them on the corner. And I would go to sleep and wake up, and nobody be there but me and Booby, God bless the dead, and go to school. But the life of Raleigh was always around me.
You say you didn't go to school?
Excuse me?
You say you didn't go to school just now?
No, I would be going to sleep to go to school, but my window was at the corner. So I would hear everything going on from the older guys hustling, people coming in. Carlton Parker was one way in,
right.
Smith Street and one way out, like Cedar Street. So they would come in and sell people would come in buy the drugs, and it was just the life of Raleigh, like anywhere else where they would sell hand-in-hand crack and things of that nature.
So that lifestyle was appealing to you after a while. You sort of fast money coming in. You wanted to get a part of that.
Well, I have a song called "Hustle On" and it explains it. It wasn't really appealing, but it became a lifestyle because it was so easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
The fruit don't fall far from the tree, so you pick it up like riding a bike or learn how to tie your laces in your sneakers.
So, just now you said that, I don't know if you meant to say it, but you said that somebody, I think one of your siblings passed away with your mom?
I did meant to say it. It's in my story.
And
my mother was an intravenous drug user at one point, and she contracted HIV. And my sister Christina was born with it, and somehow she contracted it. My grandmother said she had a blood transfusion in Harlem. I don't know. They told me this, they told me that growing up, so I really don't know. But I know it was a fire at my house in the new development, and she went in there and started cleaning it up, and the soot got into her lungs, and it broke down her system. And at that time, the doctors didn't know how to treat it, and then she withered away with my grandmother brother from the hospital, and me and my grandmother took care of her. I used to live in the basement of my grandmother's house. And then one day, my grandmother said, Keith, she's gone. And then she passed away.
At what age was this?
I was 19.
What did that do to you when were you close with mom?
I was very close to my mother. My mother was my heart, still is, and my grandmother would be like, well, I would cry when she walked to the house and argue with my grandmother, and my grandmother would, that'll be the boy that kill you, like, you know, say those type of things because I was so under her so much. And then, yeah, that's how that goes.
Does it bother you to think about it? Like, do you like? Because mom passed when you was 19, so that means you had.
My father passed away when I was in the 5th grade. Keith Omar Murray Sr.
How did pops pass away?
My grandmother said it was cirrhosis of the liver. It was in Meadowbrook Hospital where I was born, and we call it Murderbrook. She used to take me on the bus to N40 from Roosevelt through Uniondale to Hempstead to Meadowbrook Hospital, and I would see him on the bed, and then eventually he withered away.
What did that do to you, the older people that's close to you with it away?
It made me look at death as a way of life at a young age. So you respect everybody because you never know when you're gonna die. I have friends that before 25-year-old, like 8 or 7 of them passed away in L.O.D. Then my aunt passed away, kind of the same. She got killed in Central Park due to drugs and violence, and somebody killed her. Anne Marie, my favorite aunt. My grandfather passed away. My Uncle Barron passed away. Apple, Driss, A+, Psych Dog, gun violence, gun shootouts that we would have in the life of Raleigh. So it's a way of life, but you go straight and narrow and you don't get involved in that, and it won't happen because Murphy law, anything will happen negative. So Murray law, anything you think positive will happen positive. I'm optimistic, not pessimistic.
So how you stay positive during that time though? Like you deal with a lot of deaths, you know, family and friends' death. Like
my grandmothers and my uncles and my aunts. And I read a lot. I have extensive library and knowledge, and I heard to education and sports preoccupy my time. Then, you know, I did my little stinches in the penitentiary and things of that nature and got through that. And by the grace of God, I'm a strong believer in God. I'm very spiritual, not religious. At the pinnacle is God.
When was the first
direction?
When was the first time you went to prison or went to jail? At what age? Because you said that earlier.
My first bid was assault, I believe. I was selling drugs at about 16, 17. Some crackhead dude was following my mother from the 7-Eleven. I was in the razor closet, said, why you following mother? Ran up on him, sliced him on his neck with the razor blade. They gave me 6 months, 5 years probation in Riverhead in Yaphank, Suffolk County, Long Island.
So a crackhead was following you?
My mother.
Following Mama Love.
And I was walking to the store to get her. And I was just me and him and her. And then the next thing you know, the DT's knocking on the back of my window like, Keith, we got you, come outside. But I know a dude who used to be his dealer. I don't know how he knew me, but they told, obviously, somebody told it was me, that I hit him with the razor, sliced him, and I told him, yeah, I did it because he was following my mother. And that's the only thing I knew.
Do you remember that vividly? Like it
was yesterday.
So you saw him, because you said it was you and him. You walked, were you walking?
I was walking down the street. My mother was coming from the 7-Eleven. He kept approaching her.
Yeah.
And my mother's name is Darlene Cynthia Cookie Murray. She's like a pretty woman, and he kept following her. So the first thing I did was what? Defend your mother. Got up on him and sliced him. I'm not proud of it, but that's what happened because L.O.D, we was in the life of Raleigh like that. I could probably just pushed him away and walked away from him, but he caught the short end of the stick.
What is L.O.D?
Legion of Doom.
Where did Legion of Doom derive from?
Legion of Doom is a group of young men who gave themselves a name, and they call us a gang in 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. I met Erick Sermon. I got expelled from high school, 90, went to the minor dorm. K-Soul was from Central Islip. We used to be on Carlton Avenue. I used to bring him to Erick Sermon. He brought me to Eric about 9-3. I did my second bid for possession of 2 ounces of cocaine. I was about to cook it up, but I didn't. Police pulled me over. Somebody ratted on me and then threw it in the yard. Some black man came out and gave it to him. I had to do another stench in Riverhead. Unfortunately, it wasn't crack, or they would have sent me upstate. So I dodged that bullet, but I did that time. And then Legion of Doom. Shout out to WAP, LQ, Quado, Kel Biddy Biddy, Ja, Mental, the list goes on.
So y'all was a gang, or no?
A group of young men who gave themselves a name, they call us a gang.
Mm.
Who started L.O.D?
WAP say he didn't start it.
How did you end up joining it? How did it?
Group of young men who hung around each other in the town, Central Islip Recreation Center, who gave themselves a name. They called us a gang.
You said that twice.
L.O.D.
Legion of Doom. You know, that's a wrestling.
Yeah, I think that's where WAP got it from.
Water.
And God Bless the Dead Two-Face.
Mm.
WAP and Two-Face. And D2. God Bless the Dead Bud. God Bless the Dead Psych Dog. God Bless the Dead Driss. LBM.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
LBM doing 8 and 30, 25 of life, but that's another story.
What is he doing? What is he doing that for?
The Long Braid Murderer. Lacey Boatwright from Crown Heights. My cousin. Is he doing that for?
Mm-hmm.
He broke the law. Break the law break you.
To do 20, I mean, is it?
You don't lie.
But you'll tell me the truth.
I tell a better version of the truth.
Yeah, I got it.
Lie.
So you just don't want to get into details of what he did.
What's his interview? You want to come here one day?
Yeah. So, all right. So, first and foremost, rest in peace to everyone that passed away in their life. I feel like by talking to you for the past couple of minutes, there's been a lot of rest in peace.
Rest in peace to my uncle, Mr. Kelly. He's my cousin Sean, and Mr. Kelly is from Mullins. My parents and grandparents is from Charleston, South Carolina, like Charlemagne the God, Charlemagne. So my uncle caught COVID. He's the coroner. He passed away recently, and my cousin just got over it. So shout out to my cousin Sean Troy Kelly. I don't know. R. Kelly just popped in my head. He's going through it, but Home Alone is Keith Murray's record. I support. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. And I'm celebrating 27 years of the most beautifulest thing in this world. 25 years of Enigma. Shout out to Erick Sermon, Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
We like to take baby steps. So uncle's teaching you, not uncle.
Uncle T-Roy, the original B-boy.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
say his name right, baby.
Uncle T-Roy, the original B-boy, who teaching you music. At this time, you was in school at this time, right? High school? What high school you went to?
No, I was in high school. I was like 10 years old. I was in grade school.
Grade school. And it obviously
started writing when I was 12.
Got it. It stuck with you. Now, did you go to high school? Yes?
I went to junior high school. I played basketball, soccer, and track. Then I went to high school. Played basketball, soccer, and track, and the rest.
Did you graduate from high school?
At 12th grade, I got expelled.
For what?
Well, I was walking through the hallway, and Mr. Oliveri, God bless the dead, told me to stop. My mother was in the principal office talking to the principal. I knew she was there, so this was my chance to be defiant and not listen to him and have him follow me to the office. When we got to the office, I opened the door and I pushed the door in his face. He said, "This little nigga." And my mother was sitting there. And then she was like, "What?" So then I had to go to our final school to the board with my grandmother. And they expelled me in the fourth quarter and didn't let me take the test. So I went to Riverhead after that incident. Then I went to Yaphank, and then I scored high on the GET test, very high. I was in remedial in 7th grade. Then I went to Regents in 8th grade. Then I became the honorable scholastic schoolboy scholar.
And at this time, did you know anyone? Who did you know at this time? Did you know Erick Sermon at this time? No, you didn't know him at this time. But
I listened to the music because I was in Roosevelt and I heard I Stay on Track like a Long Island train conductor. I was like, oh, yo, it blew my mind. When I heard EPMD on the radio, I was like, yo, who is this? I can remember like yesterday. And then Rakim, I used to write his rhymes, and I couldn't write it. Then I was like, I'm giving up. I can't even write down. I was so frustrated, like I'm giving up. And then G-Rap Men at Work, I remembered that. And then LL Cool J, I remembered all his stuff. And you couldn't tell me I wasn't MC Shan. And then Tragedy, the intelligent hoodlum, was young, and I was like, yo, I got goosebumps right now. Like, yo, I can do this, T-Roy, Uncle T-Roy. Because him and Richard, I used to watch them on Park Avenue, West Raymond. Uncle T, the original B-boy, freestyle right now, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I took off.
When did you realize that you were good at writing and at rapping?
Well, God bless the dead, my Uncle Born used to bodyguard for Big Daddy Kane. Me and Driss, God bless the dead, my cousin Driss, used to go tag along with Uncle Born. So he took us to the Nassau Coliseum. It was Big Daddy Kane's birthday. I have a videotape. I was 16. I never released it. We was at Canarsie Diner. Well, I used to be in the lunchroom, and Driss used to beatbox. And then I used to rhyme. I was like, yo, it's time. Let's go to Uncle Boone and see if we can get put on. And I was in the Smooth Operator video. I had the North Carolina hat. If you see a sky blue hat in the front like this, that's me. But you don't see my face or nothing. But it was in high school, like 9th grade and 10th grade. I was going through it, through the rigmarole of it. And then K-Solo, I asked him to take me to Erick, and I was with Erick for 2 years before I ever touched the microphone. And then we did Swing It Over Here when EPMD broke up. And Redman gravitated towards Erick. And then we did Swing It Over Here, and then I did Hostile and did the video. And then I did Danger, a record, and Erick took me to Jive, and then it started from there.
You said you was with Erick for 2 years before you touched the mic. So what were you doing? Just around him? You were just learning? Or were you record,
I was hustling hand-in-hand crack on Carlton Avenue, and I was going to New York Tech. Because my grandmother would be like, yo, you're going to get a job, you're going to go to school, something. You're not going to be in here doing nothing.
Right.
So I would, sneak and sell drugs, but I would still go to school down the block because it's on Carlton Avenue. And K-Solo would come to the block. And then we was rapping, we run him down. He was like, you gonna blow up because you tell stories when you rhyme. Then I remember one night, me and my boy Drew was singing on my corner, and Redman rolled up on Low Avenue. Wink was always around. He was cousins with Erick Sermon. So Redman pulled up in K-Solo car one day. We was walking. I was like, who's that? He said, Redman, because he's the DJ for K-Solo. Then I asked K-Solo to take me to Erick's house. So I was in my Montero Urban Gorilla with the fifth wheel on the back. My grandfather, Mr. Hall, got me from Sunrise Highway, a truck, a stick. I didn't know how to drive a stick, but he made me driving home. That's how I learned how to drive a stick. So I seen K-Solo. I said, could you take me to Erick house? So I went to Low Avenue, Carlton Avenue. I drove down, I seen him talking to some girl. So I turned around and I seen Solo. I said, take me to Erick. So he took me back because I heard Erick moved to Islandia from Brentwood, which is back in Central Islip. So we went, knocked on the door, waited. Went, knocked on the door, waited. Went, knocked on the door, waited. And then E came up from the steps, and I seen his eyes, dark skin. He was like, yo, this is Keith Murray. He came here to spit some rhymes. I went in the room. Erick was in the back, downstairs, playing beats. So then he just started playing beats, and I started reciting rhymes that I knew from just rhyming at the high school shows, like the basketball games after they had the parties and stuff, and the parties in the hood. I just rhyming over my rhymes, and then I was with him for 2 years, and then we started recording eventually. But this was the time when EPMD had this discrepancy. I was with Erick. A white dude came to the window. I looked. I said, yo, E, a white dude there. That's a detective. He said, no, I'm going to buy a house. I said, no, that's a detective. I'm from Central Islip. I know the DTs. He said, yo, I want to talk to you. Erick was showing me some gun he had in his pocket, some guns. And he was like, let me get my coat. He patted and he gave me the gun, and he was like, Murray, I'll be back. He put the gun away. The DTs took E, and then E went to Atlanta. So I didn't see E for like a year. Look, goosebumps. So I just went back and did my thing. And Paris Smith tried to sign me, put me in a car, tried to make me sign a contract with K-Solo, but I wouldn't sign the contract. Eventually, Erick Sermon came back. Then he started coming to see me on Carlton Avenue at my grandmother's house on Elmore. Then I gravitated back towards him.
Okay,
And then
hold on.
I started rapping.
Now, is this the situation when they broke up, when they said the robbery situation? You was there when they came to the house to question about that robbery situation?
No, they said come. The white dude came by himself. Was a detective. I said, E, is it the dude outside? That's a detective. He said, no, I'm buying the house. That's real estate. E went to the garage. He said, yo, this is Detective such and such. We want you to come answer some questions.
About the robbery that happened at...
He said, I want to ask you some questions. I didn't know what happened. E pat his pocket, realized he had the bird in his pocket. He said, Murray, he put the gun away. He said, Murray, I'll be back. And he left, I left. And then when they let him go, he went to Atlanta. I didn't hear from E for a year. You see it in the documentary they did. And the cops was like, Erick left. I wanted to arrest him. I should have got him.
And what you think they wanted to arrest him for?
It unfolded for the situation with PMD.
And what was the situation?
If you go to documentary, you can see.
No, I'm asking you.
Go to documentary, Flip.
Why would I go to documentary when I have a documentary here?
Because I'm here doing the interview and I have to go through all that. It's already documented.
All right, but that means you can speak about it.
I don't have to speak about it. It's
So are
already
you
done.
choosing not to speak
I
about
was
it?
not there. I don't know what happened.
Are you choosing not to speak about it?
I don't know what happened. I can't tell you something I don't know.
But you just watched a documentary, so that means you're aware.
They said what they said. I'm not the one who say what they said and said. It's over with.
So you don't want to speak about what you heard.
I don't have nothing to say. It's all documented.
So you want me to go look at myself?
So you want me to say what they said so it could be on your show to open a can of worms that's closed?
No.
Oh, so we done with that.
I don't want to open a can of worms that's closed.
It's done. I'm just telling you what my experience was. My dynamic.
Got it. But it's not done.
It's over. That case, that's been years ago.
Yeah, I'm
telling you, recollecting from my memory
From your
of first-hand
perspective.
seeing it.
Got it. Calm down.
Oh, I'm calm. This is just Keith Murray. I speak with my hands. I'm very calm. I can go up, down, low, however you want to.
I want you to go high.
No, I don't.
See, you don't want to go high then.
Not
So
when you tell me to.
So when you want to go, I don't want you to go high when I'm not aware.
So there we go. Well, there you go.
So who's Paris that tried to sign you?
Paris Smith. PMD. You don't know PMD?
No.
Interview over. Other half of EPMD? You know the group EPMD?
I know the group EPMD.
You know what it is.
Well, stop playing. Go ahead, man. Come on.
Don't play dumb with a dummy. I get dumb right along with ya.
So he tried to sign you.
Shout out to DJ Envy. This is a small
Here
break.
you go. Here you go.
Small
Here
break.
you go. Here you go.
Envy.
Envy.
Commercial.
Envy.
Come
So
on,
no. He tried to.
DJ Envy.
But wait, if he tried to sign you away from Erick, like you think he was trying to sign you?
Yeah, he tried to get me to sign a contract.
Got it.
He did. I would have signed that contract. I wouldn't have done that.
So what made you then sign though, Keith? Why you chose not to
I'm
sign?
not a cousin signing. I don't sign statements. But I'm a lawyer with me. What is this? The butchery, the nerve of you. I'm appalled.
Got it.
58 seconds, Miss T.
Got it.
Now, so if he came correct, would you have signed with him? If he had an official.
No.
Paris making dollars.
Erick Sermon was the guy I know who do the beats. I don't play around my loyalty. I'm not just gonna sign something.
That's a fact.
Because I would have to tear everything, body it, whip everybody ass. Fuck him in case solo up. No, pardon me.
Did you get along like who? So you got along more with Erick than the two, or you really didn't?
I didn't know Paris. I knew Erick.
Got it.
I just was around rhyming.
Shout out to
And I
Loyalty.
happened to be in a car one time over there in the New D in front of Tish House, and I got in the car and he was like, paperwork. I was like, paperwork?
What did he hear from you though? Because you said, what song did he hear? What did he hear from you for him to want to sign
I
you?
rip him and grip him and spit him. That was my style then. My name was MC Do Damage. It was Do Damage.
MC Do Damage.
Do Damage and Impact, LBU.
Do it again.
I rip him and skip him and ip him and man him and and then I said in front of Erick, I said, let's squash the beef cooking and we all could get fat. He was like, oh. Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to loyalty.
Who?
Loyalty. You were loyal. So I had to give you that respect and stuff like that. So Erick came back a year later. He's there. What happens next? Bring us to that.
He did.
And you still outside hustling at this time too.
And going to school.
Grandma wasn't playing.
No. You're gonna do something. You're gonna get up out of here. And I was sneaking doing that. I tried some jobs, but that didn't work out.
And Redman, you said Redman came outside around. You said he was a DJ?
Redman was around Erick and K Solo. And then when EPMD broke up, Hit Squad went to Europe.
Got it.
And it was in the magazine. And then when they came back, he gravitated towards Erick. The production is all about the music and the drums.
Erick had the beats.
Erick is the master at that. Man, he's the production side of everything.
But yeah, you said Redman was a DJ though, you said, right?
He used to DJ for K Solo, but he was a lyricist. Now he's a great producer and a lyricist. And he writes movie scripts and things of that nature. He's becoming a director.
What's the DJ name?
Redman?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't around at that era, but I just know he was DJing. I used to be following the tour bus in the car with Erick's cousin Derek, EPMD. DOS Effects was around then. Then L.O.D. clashed with K Solo at one point and clashed with DOS Effects. But that's in the books. You could go do your research on that if you like to. But I ain't gonna go through all that. That's done. But that happened.
You ain't going through anybody else's history but yours.
No, I'm just answering your questions because I have the ability to lead the conversation when I should.
No, you can't.
I have the great ability to strive to.
I'm allowing you to.
I'm not. I don't say I do it. I strive to, but I don't want to.
Oh. I like you.
You like me, I love you.
Same thing.
Oh, no. Like and love is two different things.
Well, I feel the same way about you. Whatever you feel, I feel the same way about you.
Okay.
Can you agree to that we have the same feeling towards each other?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That made me feel better.
You're welcome.
I don't know what to do with y'all two, man.
He thinking about trying to rush me.
No, I'm not. So, come on. I'm trying to be serious. So, Erick come back now. You moving and shaking. What's the first move while you outside hustling and going to school? That thing start to move.
He said, Murray, I'm going to start taking you on the road now because the record is heating up. Do you know who you are? He took me to D.C. when I came out the first verse, Pandemonium. They broke the barriers. It was over.
What song was that?
Hostile. Ooh. Keith Murray's coming from the north, south, east, and west, robbing to death, making the world want to take a deep breath. With the body boom bash, my paragraph betrays the inhuman behavior in a psychopath. Ooh, I might lose my cool, break fool, and pull out my get busy tools. I write like a mad journalist. The funk that's deeper than the bottomless spliff. The most beautifulest thing in this world is my notion for murderous poetry and motion and the idiotic shit I come across. When releasing trap air with explosive force, I push your head through the cracks of sanity and leave your brain through the bit in purgatory. It's 96 degrees in the shade. Before I catch blood on my blade, I take my frustration to the stage and get ooped over stupid while been rubbing tracks. When I rap, my gently packed like the laundromat. My context will wreck your whole concept. Because my delivery is so complex. And I'm intergalactic on plastic. With the super distinguished shit I kick. I'm high strung at the top of my lung with my tongue. Making hardcore niggas want to get dumb. My dialogue comes straight from the slums. Damaging your medulla, cerebrum, and cerebellum. You got a crew, you better tell them. They're quite hostile.
Chill. I know you like it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold it in. He's not that.
That ain't what she said last night.
He cool, man.
No, man! You can't give him that! It's too early! Oh, damn! I wasn't prepared!
I know. He did the whole verse just now, bro.
How you give me he cool so early? It's too early!
It's about an hour. Almost. He did a whole verse just now,
How
bro.
you get it so early, G?
I felt like I was in the concert just now.
G Money.
I seen. I was at the.
Like you don't hype me. You gonna hype me, chill. Come
G
on.
Money. G Money. And the bitches. Oh, the bitches.
G, don't. That's it. That's it, G.
I'm gonna keep it cool, man.
Why you gave him that, G?
Chill out, sit back there, man. He did the whole verse just now.
Ain't no bitches suckling your scribbly ass dick.
Just-
You trying to hype me, G? Ignore him. Ignore
It's a
him.
good movie. It's a good movie.
So,
Am I my brother's keeper?
G, ignore him. He trying to hype me to give him another one. Ignore him, G. Stop.
All right, man.
He watching you. Look, he got hype. Look at him.
I'm gonna watch. I can't watch. Can't watch. Let me sit behind the laptop.
Don't watch me. Watch BET.
Chill, G.
Don't watch me. Watch MTV. I'm too wild for wilding out.
Oh man.
Oh, you got the last So now you shaky, bringing you on the road. Things is moving. What year is this, Keith?
90, late 93.
Late 93. So now things is moving. Now you in the studio and shit, moving and shaking.
Born understanding, or being born in knowledge, wisdom, or being born understanding. Tell it the true Allah.
So things are moving. What's next? What's the next step after, like, you go to the show, they broke the barricade. You ain't know how powerful you were on that record. You hear it. Now where we going next?
Well, we did Swing It Over Here, Redman Erick Sermon. Then we did Hostile. Then I did a song called Danger. Lounge on, boy, you in the danger zone. Lounge on, boy, you in the... Then Keith Murray is this Mike Cycle says. I break your best rapper off thousands of pieces. I'm on some other shit. Splitting wigs with my penmanship. Kicking flows harder than the music. So feel it in your head and chest and pass it to the next. Then give me 5 mic checks and all due respect. So please, fill it up and check the antifreeze. Cause this nigga Keith dropped mad degrees. I toss Lamahawk missiles when I talk with promiscuous intelligence like Mr. Rock. From New York until the world over, I walk MCs like Jesus walked the water.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
You definitely got a unique style, unique voice, unique energy. So
Multi-syllable
I could
style,
see, yeah.
yeah.
I could see why E was attracted to the talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I came in the game when you had to be original. You had to have your own style. Of course,
Right.
we fed off of others, like I said. You can tell me I wasn't those who came before me. But I had to have something unique about myself. So Kool Keith and the Educated Rapper came with the educations. I used to be in science class. My soccer, basketball, and science coach, Mr. Watkins, is a black man. So I used to be in class and reading, and all these words would be jumping out at me. Then Mr. Mott, he was my basketball coach, but he was the English teacher. And I used to be reading, and God bless the dead, my brother Brady used to be reading very theatrical. And they'd be like, he said, that's how you gotta read. So then the words, I got goosebumps. The words start just coming at me, jumping, and then I'm, writing them down. Because I was write so many rhymes in a line that Eric had to take the words out and structure the sentence and the paragraphs. Because I would bunch everything together. He broke it down for me, Erick Sermon.
Shout out to Eric. So you was Hostile, and then it was Eric's first album, No Pressure. He was on that shit moving, and then everybody heard you, and then you
Took me to Jive.
Took you to
And Russell
Jive.
was like, you should have brought it to Def Jam. I was kind of, at the video, had the 40 belows on with the Carhartt hoodie in Manhattan. Hot. I was like, how you doing? He was like, you look a little nervous a little bit. I had the butterfly, but Mr. Watkins told me you get butterflies, you're going to win. Then I got a little poised, and then I freaked it.
So he took you to Jive. Well, you said Russell said you should have went to Jeff Jam. I don't understand.
Yeah, they was all at Def Jam, but he took me to Jive. And I was at Jive. Most beautiful thing in the world, single. December 94. Album came out like after that, 95, same title. Then we started rocking and rolling. With the video, Diane Martell, shout out to her.
How did Jive treat you?
Well, they treated me well that I can see. I followed the commas and zero very well. Erick sampled a whole lot, and he got his production, and then the samples was paid, and I was paid, so I can't complain. I came from where I come from, and I started rocking, getting money, and I had a CPA to hook me up with an accountant, and you know, by the grace of God, I'm able to stay afloat and do what I wanted to do and go where I want to go now. And I'm here with Flip, and he's helping me feed my Madison and Milan today.
But you got in some trouble in 95, or accused. Let's say accused, because you always claimed your innocence. Can you bring me to that time of how something like that happened with, I guess it was an alleged bar fight?
Cool. So, we was in Nassau first. Me and Kel Vicious was slam dancing. Security guard grabs me. I can't get loose. And my cousin Taya gained a $150. So the security guard took me to trial in Nassau. Phil Murphy, I didn't do it. Phil Murphy went to trial. We went through it. I was standing in the lobby. The security guard was like, the most beautiful thing in the world, laughing. They about to send my ass up the river. Not guilty. Boom. I get a show in Connecticut. They picks me up in the front in the van. The whole L.O.D. gets in the van. We drive up there. We stop at the store. We go to the Blimpies. They go in the back. They make their sandwiches. We go there. We do the show. A fight breaks out. I'm outside. I go inside. The promoter didn't pay me yet. So I ain't gonna lie. In the heat of the moment, I did punch the promoter in the back of the head. I was like 25 years old. I didn't mean to. I would never put my hands on nobody nowadays. So promoters, I'm not a liability. I'm an asset, just to let you know. So the promoter brother got hurt. One of my L.O.D. members happened to hit the dude with some blunt object. It was a chair, I come to find out. So I had another show. I was at the airport charging my phone. They came with the dogs by myself. They locked me up. They put me in Connecticut jail. They sent me to the judge and charged me with assault in the second or some shit. I could have copped out and did some like a year or so, but I didn't. I went to trial. Jive paid for some of it. Erick Sermon bonded me out. He would always come get me from anywhere I was at in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I went on trial. The dude who got hurt said, yo, I did not see Keith Murray around when I got hurt. I told him the story. We picked jurors. The lawyer, the bondsman said that the jury just didn't believe me. They railroaded. 3 years, Connecticut. I was in Big Chester for a year. 23-hour lock-in. That's where I met True Allah, my enlightener. Uncle Bone was my first enlightener. Then I met True Allah. 23-hour lock-in. Then I moved down to level 3 and went to another jail and started getting movement. Then I went to a halfway house for a year in Bridgeport. And then I had some other open case. My boy said from the L.O.D., my brother Fish Grease D. Murray came and got me. Then they let me out, and then I was on parole in Manhattan, 59th Street. Lived on the 59th floor, West Side Highway 11 for about like 8 months. And I got through that. And then I was on Def Jam, because Def Jam, Kevin Lowes and Leo Cohen and Tina Davis used to come see me in Bridgeport. Puffy used to call me, so I was going to go to Bad Boy Def Jam. I went to Def Jam. First, I told Eric, yo, I want to get off Jive because I don't think that my sales is matching my popularity. He said, you can't do that, Keith Murray. So I was like, well, I'm going to do it one way or another. So I had elected to go over there, and then I gave Eric some of the budget, and I got other producers to do the album, and then that was that.
You wanted to get off Jive. Okay, so hold on. That was a lot. Somebody got their ass whooped You ain't do it.
In Connecticut.
But you got locked up for it.
But I was a ringleader. And I did throw a punch.
So you threw a punch, but
I hit the promoter.
Boom. So you're not...
brother... Oh, go ahead.
So the promoter fell.
Excuse me?
The promoter fell.
He didn't... He what?
Did he fall?
No. I thought you said he failed. He felt the situation that night. No, he didn't fall. Yes.
He felt it, though. He felt the punch from Keith Murray.
Yeah, I did punch him in the ring. Because we was in the heat of the moment.
So what I'm saying is that if the guy that got hurt said you wasn't there.
It was his younger brother, 16 years old, should have been in a club. Another story.
Oh.
But we was in Commonwealth State. They made the law up as they went along. The judge said, the judge said, yo, the witness says you didn't see you there, Murray, but they found you guilty. I have to give you 3 years instead of 5. When he lifted the paper up, it was not to him, it was to me. I saw guilty. My lawyer, I got through recommendation, wasn't even strong. I could have been the lawyer, but I ain't going to argue over that. But you live and you learn. That's why I can pass the bar and I can be a lawyer to show kids in the court system the way to go. In 7 years, I could have been did it, but I just procrastinated. I'm going to be a lawyer. God willing, inshallah.
But you fled after that. They said you fled.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta. And they just sent a letter like, yo, turn yourself in. I didn't get word or nothing. I was in Atlanta with E. Then I got a letter at the house. Yo, you have a warrant. You are a fugitive. And my ex-wife, Tammy Brooke, the Jewish lady, FYI Media, shout out, she's my daughter's mother. My daughter, Dolly, goes to NYU, Dolly Murray. She came and got me in a car, and I had to hide, and they was seeing me, and like Angie Martinez was like, I hope he's all right. She was paying the tolls, and they saw me. They was reporting. Niggas was clamping me down. It was crazy. K-Solo is a fugitive. I really knew what it's like to be a fugitive for real. I found out I was guilty in the newspaper. They was looking for me.
And you still recording at that time?
I was on the lam. I was in court when Enigma dropped. I was on trial. Me, my girl Suki, the judge and the jury. Enigma album in stores. I'm in the courtroom like, ooh.
So when did you, so your baby mother helped you?
Tammy Brooke.
Miss Tammy Brooke.
I used to go with her before all of this.
When did you meet her?
Then she became the publicist because I gave her the money from Def Jam, and now she does the Publicist Stars.
When did you meet her? How did you meet her?
I met her in New York City. No, I met her in L.A. Then she came to New York. Then she called me and we got together, and then I used to drop her off at college because her father, Abba, we call him Abba, the Jewish man. And her mother passed away. God bless the dead, but she passed away. But Abba, living in D.C., is the doctor. I used to drop for his school.
So you the fugitive. You find out in the newspaper, she come and get you.
Yeah, my boy Vaughn. Erick Sermon had a rim shop.
They catch you by the toll, though.
No, they didn't catch me. I didn't turn myself in. They never caught me.
So you see you had to duck in a toll and they saw you?
They ducked me. They just saw me. Like, the lady saw me. She was, they saw me. I was Keith Murray. I grew up in public. Anywhere I'm at, there I am.
Facts.
They recognized me. By the grace of God, I appreciate it. I got goosebumps. Yeah, I was on Bill Lamb. But I always had warrants in Central Islip. Go to court. I have a history of warrants. I'm not showing up, not proud of it, but it will always get recalled. But now I can't do anything because I'm on the law about citizens, taxpayers, citizens, and this is not me. At my age, I do not want to go. They will put me in a cell, lock the door, and put me under the jail for spitting on the motherfucking concrete.
So, real quick, because I do see Miss Tammy Brooks here and your daughter. Beautiful family. Well, you know.
I was married to her for a year, but I was with her for like 10 years or so.
I mean, what they said that you guys broke up, split up due to personal issues. Do you feel like you could have done better?
Well, my grandmother, Dolly Mae, said I was too young to get married. But we had the baby, we was married.
Respect.
Donnie Mason, I was just too young. But my grandmother Buddha was like, well, he's married now. They be my grandmas all the time. And the 4 girls, my 4 daughters, they all know each other. And it's cool. I don't deal with her or anything, but yeah.
You don't speak to her? You don't speak
I
to her?
call her now. We cool. We speak. I'm the father.
Got it. Respect.
Yeah, I know her brother Yoni and sister Sarah and Danny in L.A. And
Do you ever think about back in time, like, damn, I could have did better in that relationship or any relationships, or you don't think like that? Do you?
Definitely.
You do. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Your family's beautiful. I'm seeing them. Beautiful family. So
Thank you.
you look at.
But
your
I have a
daughters.
daughter from Deneen, my childhood sweetheart, high school.
Okay.
Then Tammy Brooke, and now I have 2 daughters, Milan and Madison, from Tawana, from Central Islip. Her mother and my mother ran together, and they know my grandparents. But we are like cool now. But I'm the most eligible bachelor in the world, Mr. Moray, as they say abroad. And I don't spend no chips on no money on you stinking, scrunkly ass broad. Ta-da.
Why would you say Bash? You looked at Tati for? Why you looked over there?
Because she can be on my reality show. I'm coming out of a reality show.
Oh.
The most beautiful, eligible bachelor in this world. You gotta look at the ladies when I say that. I'm not in the
That's the
men.
fact. That's the
We're
fact.
in a sword fight.
No, I thought I thought he probably found her attractive. That's why I was
Yo, she's very attractive.
Leave
I
that
see
girl
like
alone.
butterflies,
Gee, oh, what's wrong with
titillation.
I'm
The
just,
twins are popping.
you? Oh my
Her
God.
solar shoe game is wonderful.
G, chill, no more. Don't give it to G.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Shout out to-
Beautiful. Black woman. Beautiful. You're so beautiful. I'm the black alfalfa. I got a song
So
about it.
you said the black alfalfa.
I'm the black alfalfa.
Yo,
I'm the black James Bond.
That's fire.
I'm the Sammy Davis Jr. rap without the gerbil and the butt crack crap. That's called as a rap back. Keith Murray, Erick Sermon. Erick Sermon is green eyes, old blue eyes, and Redman is who? If I'm Sammy Davis, Erick Sermon is old blue eyes, green eyes.
which is Frank Sinatra,
And who's Redman?
Dean Martin.
Bong, doom, doom, flip. And he has won. How much you bet on your APT card? $35? You won a trip to Cucamonga.
Hey, wait! Don't you talk?
I'm the black Quebec.
Don't do that.
Don't you talk to my friend like that?
Thank you, G.
EBT card?
Yeah. Well, he $35. He won a trip to Cucamonga. I'm the black Keith Quebec.
So I heard you tried to sue them though for wrongful. Like you tried to sue.
I tried to sue who?
They said that you tried to press charges against, like, I guess Connecticut or whomever.
No, I did not. They pressed charges against me. They had a civil suit. I paid the civil suit. I paid it for good faith.
They said Maury filed a wrongful conviction lawsuit.
I
You
never
didn't.
found a wrongful conviction. I filed for corpus habeas because new evidence came in, but they wouldn't allow it. I can't sue anybody for anything.
How much time you did out of that whole thing?
I was sentenced to 3 years. I did 2.5 years, and then I did the rest in heaven else.
Really?
Yeah, that's Commonwealth. I did like 2 years and some months, and then I did the rest in Highway House.
Now you when you was locked up, things was moving around though.
I went to Def Jam when I came out.
You went to Def Jam. Russell there?
Kevin Lyles, Leo Cohen, and Tina Davis. I sat with Russell in the car a lot. We talked, and he gave me pointers and stuff of that nature. And my phone is going dead. Do you have an iPhone charger, Miss T? We take a small break to charge my phone up because we are an hour and 21.
Were you recording? I don't want your voice recorder, man. You can't do that, man. You see what
I
happened?
will just use my voice. I won't use your voice.
Wait.
I'll use my voice.
That's not right,
I didn't
OG.
sign a waiver for this. I didn't sign a waiver
You
for
agreed to something. We had an agreement. And
I won't use you.
I don't like what you did.
I won't use you. I always voice record.
You gotta ask first.
I'm using my own voice, not yours, my good brother.
For your own voice for what?
You gonna ask me to record myself? I gotta ask you to record me? Wow, Flip, what is this world coming to? Okay, next question.
You can't reverse it on me.
Next question.
Let's go back to the recording. You sneakingly record and you turned your phone upside down so you won't see it. Because you know that I would have said, Keith, what you doing?
I recorded my own self.
You can. You can.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
But
anything after but is what? Shit. Bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you, brother Flip.
You chill, G.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Who is this guy, man?
It's all bullshit.
So hold on.
G-Money. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit.
You come home, now you outside. You home and you got home. You came home, what, 2001, though?
Yes. Around that.
But before that, you had an incident. Hold on, listen.
Worse.
You had a run-in with Tupac briefly.
No, never was a running. It was a lie. They botched it up.
Okay, explain that. You made a song, I Shot Ya.
I was a part of a song called I Shot Ya.
L.O. Cool J.
L.O. Cool J. I wrote my verse first, mind you, and I went first. Like I always do on the remixes. I spearheaded it all. Spearheaded all.
So that verse wasn't about Tupac?
No, it was Keith Murray, Prodigy, Foxy Brown, Fat Joe, and L.O. Cool J, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get special delivery with Ghostface and G-Dep.
That's way after.
That was after.
Yeah, not way after, right, momentarily.
Yeah, 01, 03, probably 4, something like that. But the Shot Ya verse wasn't about Tupac.
I'm here to make $1.15 and let my balls hang like I'm on the toilet taking a shit. My style is all that. The big bag of chips with the dip. So fuck all that sensuous shit. I represent intellectual violence and leave your clique holier than the Ten Commandments. Like Red Man, I shift with the rock. If your if was a spliff, we'd be all fucked up. No need to wax a wizzy, yo, I get busy. Scuff my felines on the boulevard of many rough cities. I'll have to Norman bait ya. I love to hate ya, cause you're a freak by nature. Can't wait to face ya, mutilate ya. Drink your style down straight with no chaser. My verbal comebacks like a mini Mac to your back. As soon as one of you niggas try to overreact, the L.O.D. love good competition to vamp. Break your concentration, murder your camp. For the jealous, overzealous, we get busy, fellas. Blow the spot like Bradford Marcellus. Niggas coming through and acting wow. Y'all commercial niggas better have a coke and a smile. I shot ya.
So where did the misunderstanding with somebody thought you explain the whole Tupac thing, please?
So I was in LA at the House of Blues doing what I do, and you know how I do. Red Man was on the band. I had Pop over there. I seen Tupac. I said, peace, what up? He said, peace, Murray. I walked away. It was cool. Then I'm approached by some
random
heavy set random
dude.
In the burgundy army jacket. He said, yo, my homeboy want to know if you talking about him. I said, who's your homeboy? He said, Tupac. Pac walks up. I said, Pac, I just talked to you. You didn't ask me no question. So Redman jumps down. Pops comes over. And then he was like, nah, Murray, I ain't riding on you. I just want to know. I got shot 5 times. I said, Pac, I'm not talking about you. At that time, me and Prodigy wasn't seeing eye to eye. I said, I don't even like Prodigy. God bless the dead. He said, all right, Murray, cool. So his man was like this. Pac put his hand through his man's arm. We shook hands. The crowd been dispersed. And then it was over with. That was that.
Oh. Why were you and Prodigy seeing eye to eye at the time? Rest in peace. Where did that derive from? Like, because you guys was on the remix and, you know, different things. Like, where, you know.
Who was on the remix?
You said you was on a remix of a record.
To what?
I
didn't say remix.
It wasn't a remix?
I didn't say it was a remix. You're right. I was on L.O. Cool J album. I did you want to give me an hour plus a pen in the pad. Tony Poke put me in the studio. I did that. Then they made a remix to it.
Got it. Okay.
So it was a discrepancy with Prodigy talking. He was on the album talking about, yo, niggas talking about some spaced out shit. I don't care how much weed you talking about or whatever. So Puffy and God Bless the Dead, his bodyguard, was his name? Hawk? Wolf. Was in Atlanta. And he was like, yo, we was at the airport. They was like, yo, what are you talking about? I said, oh, yeah, well, see, I said, cool. So I seen Havoc in the tunnel. He's like, Murray, first it was at a video shoot. We ain't talking about you. I said, cool. Prodigy kept going at it.
Well, hold on, Keith. OG, you gotta see, when you speak, the way you speak, I'm not as intellectual as you. You have to speak in layman's terms and slow it down for me, because your train going 90. Right now I'm at a 40. So the problem with you and Prodigy derived from, he said something about you on an album.
He didn't say my name. He said just talking all this spaced out shit and smoking weed. We don't care.
Okay, cool.
I was the Philly Blunt King. Redman had to smoke a blunt. I'm intergalactic on plastic. I escaped from the world. I'm a scientific guy. Obviously, those are hints.
But what?
Havoc said, we ain't talking about you. I said, cool. We in a tunnel. I'm with God Bless the Dead, A+, L.O.D, Skippy, Axe, me, and Horse.
But what does that have to do? But you said Puffy and Wolf. What?
Puffy stopped me at the airport and said, you heard this.
Oh, so Puffy hyped it.
He didn't hype it. He said, did you hear it? I said, cool, yeah. No, but.
A Harlem nigga?
No, listen.
A Harlem nigga?
No, not Puffy.
A Harlem nigga?
No, we was on the tour bus. And he said on the record, I wrote my part. And then he said, Prodigy, God Bless the Dead, said some niggas feeling guilty about some space shit. You was first, baby girl, so just face it. So we was at the Apollo. And I told LL brought us out. You go to Apollo, you can punch it up, you see it. When we did the I Shot Ya. Backstage, I told LL, if you say that part, I'm kicking him off the stage. LL said like 50 million people listening, watching, Murray, don't do it. LL, we did it. L.O.D came up. After that, I didn't even listen. I just did it. I follow LL because I love LL. He helped me through my career, did songs and videos with me. So I didn't do anything. At the tunnel, we was in the bathroom, and Prodigy was there. And plus, God Bless the Dead was here. We was talking. And plus, like, sounds like, yeah, Sam. Fat Joe was in there. He was laughing. He was like, what? I was like, what? What? Then somehow we dispersed out the bathroom because it was unisex. Then we went outside. They happened to be standing on the corner. I mean, God Bless the Dead, twin, other twin. We're friends now. I talked to Prodigy before he passed away. We hashed it out. We cool. But this is the story. Right. So he was like, it's time. Yeah, it's time. We looking, time for what? Time for what? I think it's beat. My man Skip. Bow, I hit him. Bow, he the floor. He jumped up. He started running down the block. I started chasing him. I couldn't catch him. Axe and them, L.O.D, beat one of the twins under the cab. Trigger the Gamma was standing there. Police said, take it around the corner. That was it. Then Prodigy in his book, y'all was going to get a gun to shoot. But we all know that now, even Shannon, everybody knows that he was not really that person. He was just talking from Hempstead, and he was by way of Queens through Havoc.
Hold on. So on the same record, he said that.
That's why if you listen to the record, it's spent back now. They don't play it.
Hold on.
Because he agitated.
Because you remember there was a record. Who dissed who on a record before? Because that means it started with them. Because remember,
but DJ Twins.
Hold on.
No, God bless the pride. But DJ Twins from Queens, Redman was in Queens. Twin always had the thing on him, and Havoc seen him, and Twins was going to light him up. And didn't, because out of respect, Havoc was always peace. He never had an issue. Never.
Shout out to Havoc, good guy. A legend.
The mediator.
Very good, and we need people like that. But what I was saying is that there was a record, too legit, me getting beat down, that's ludicrous. T.I. and Ludacris on the same record, dissing each other. It was Young Buck's record. It was something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
They diss each other on the same record?
Yeah, they did, because Cannabis did his thing, LL went back and wrote it, and then they started beef. That's how the beef started, with Wyclef and Cannabis. Me and Cannabis got an album together, Undergods, but yeah, that's how the beef started too. But I remember that beef with T.I. and Young Buck.
You more old school thing. But Keith like that. Keith looked at you and said, yeah, you right.
I remember.
So hold on. So the record, so y'all was on the same record.
I did my verse first.
And you left.
And then they came in and he did that.
Oh, so they must have played your verse for him.
I was on the tour bus and Eric said, yo, did you hear that? I said, no. I listened to it. I was like, ooh. Oh, yeah, boss. Because Eric started calling him boss. Oh, he's going at us. That's when the boop.
So you was on, so I'm watching Apollo now. You came out. I'm watching it now. It was lit. So I see Fat Joe. I see everybody.
Shout out to Fat Joe. I seen him the other day.
Oh, you rolled up. That's you that rolled up the chair like that?
Yeah, the L.O.D. roll.
What the hell?
Yo, look.
Chill out.
Oh, shit.
L.O.D. roll, Flip. You want to flip our roll?
Yo, chill, GG, no. That he trying to get you.
Yeah, one more.
He trying to get you.
You want one more?
He didn't know. I'll just say it. What?
Oh.
So, all right. So you.
I do karate too. I'm a yellow belt.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't get to the
that's
black
like the
belt.
second one.
I studied under Bruce Lee. He was on the second on the first floor. What the? I don't know karate. I go crazy.
So you told LL if he do that, it's a rap.
Kicking him right off the stage.
Okay, but
LL said, "Yo, it's people looking Murray." I was like, "Yeah, you right."
So that was your first time seeing Prodigy. You didn't have no chance to talk to him before that. This was your first time being together with him, where you could be able to talk to him.
I didn't talk to him. He was here. I was standing here. LL was here, right there backstage. And I was like, "Yo," I said to LL, "Yo, if he said I'm kicking him off." Right there. LL was like, "No, Murray, chill. All right, I'll chill. I do it another time. Time, place, for everything." But outside the tunnel was like, yo, it's time. I was like, time what? Skippy stuffed him. Bow, I stuffed him. Bow, he hit the ground. He jumped up. I'm a fast nigga. I tried to catch him.
You said it's time.
Prodigy, and it was telling him it's time to leave. I thought it was time to pop off.
So you made a mistake.
I didn't make a mistake.
It is.
He's speaking out loud in front of us.
Did you apologize for that? Because you took it the wrong way.
I didn't take it the right way. We did what he did. He talked.
It wasn't time to fight, though.
It was, if you saying that.
It's time. It's time to go.
No, it says time to leave. Not, yo, it's time. We don't know what's going on. We all street niggas in the gangs. And you already talking shit. So we don't know what's going on. We can't differentiate.
So how did you and Prodigy squash all of this?
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Rest in peace. They said he died from an egg regurgitation. That was crazy to me. But I seen the interviews he was doing, talking about this and that and the third. I'm not going to say that. But
right.
It was at the concert in Long Island. And one of the guys from his crew was like, Prodigy's in here, Murray. You have to come in here. Nah, y'all got to deal with that. Nah, come in, Murray. And then I went in, I saw Buster, because Buster's one of my older brothers, and he always got my back and always on my record support me. I support him. That squad, Flip Mode Squad. So then we just shook hands and took a picture. It's on my page. My Instagram got hacked, so that's not me. I got to start over. I don't know why. I hit some button, it clicked that left, right, and they got me. So 130,000 followers in the Instagram hacker. You could take that and shove it up your butt crack, you hacker sacker.
Show him in Long Island, go ahead.
Huh?
You say you shook hands, took a picture.
Nah, I saw that.
Then I was on the phone with him, and then that was that. Eventually, we was going to work together. Then he passed away. Around the same time, that whole month, when we talked on the phone, from an egg regurgitation, I couldn't understand that damn.
You was released from Def Jam after the album with them because they said you choked out 2 employees. Can you talk about that? And I know you ain't gonna lie to me.
Well, this is what happened. This is what happened. Flip. I was in my CL6.
Whoa.
120,000. By the grace of God, I was able to pay for cash. I was speeding and I have no license. I was drinking. They pulled me over. Called a DWI in Long Island. Then I called DWI in Manhattan because the car was in the shop, was in the Jeep, messing around with God bless his dead Marlo from uptown who cut my ear some girl. Tammy Brooke had to come get the car. So I had to go to the judge. I paid Ben Brothman $30,000. Instead of go upstate, I went 6 months in Rikers Island. So the album was done, and Leo was like, well, you still want to come out? I said, yeah, I could have waited. So the album came out, and it did what he did. But before that, I was in Texas. I was with Scarface, and we were doing a show. And the dude name, I ain't going to say his name, I was going to keep bringing his name up. I elected him to be the A&R. Was with him, fed him, gave him clothes and everything. You don't
want to bring his name up? Who is he? I don't know.
If you can find him, we can find him. So then there was a dude up there who did the mixtape stuff. I did throw him in a yoke fucking with him, but then he went to Def Jam with a neck brace. And some girl was the A&R, flicked her hair. She said I hit her. But the dude, we did beat him up. I did beat him up. His shoes came off in Texas. It wasn't at Def Jam. It was not. Scarface was there, and then it was just because the dude was talking, and we was getting physical.
I don't like when you do that.
I can't bring his name up.
Because paperwork.
No, because period. He is who he is. If I bring his name up now, he gonna be in his hood. They're gonna be. He's gonna go.
Let's not bring
viral with.
Let's not bring his name up.
But I will bring up a few names I got to talk about. Joe Buttons and Nori. Oh my goodness, I've never seen fame and money go to somebody head in my life. We'll get to those. I seen Nori at Rock the Bells. It was horrendous.
What you mean horrendous?
We gonna talk about it now after the story.
Nah, don't rush it. Hold on. Gee, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Let's finish
I'm gonna get him, G. Tell your man chill.
The Texas story.
Tell him chill. I've been calm.
Let's finish the Texas story first.
Talk to your man, G. Talk to your man. He get me tight.
Let's finish the first story first.
Can I go relieve myself for a minute? The Modelo and the
man.
Positivity is flowing through me.
Yeah, man.
This is a small Keith Murray break brought to you by the good people at Positivity.
Yo, don't shout out Envy Waters to try to get cool with Envy.
I know Envy, that's my man.
I know, he said that.
But he trying to try. And he said, this is flip the script and G Money show. Miss T in the hot sauce.
All right, that's it. Stop. So I heard that, you put hands on the employees because there was a lot of ludicrous flyers.
No, that's not true. It's not true.
So who come up with this?
Listen, not ludicrous. Remember Joe Buttons told Ebro it said it was because of him. That was a lie. First of all, I'm just saying that my product wasn't there. I just asked, where's the product?
Who flyer was up that got you triggered?
Nobody flyer was up. Keith Murray flyer wasn't up.
Respect. So you didn't care who flyer was up.
Keith Murray product wasn't up. So where's the product at? But AV is the guy who was the culprit. And then outside, we had a little fisticuffs. And I got the best.
What triggered you to put hands on this person?
Because I fed him. He was my man. He wasn't with these other people who had their whole thing laid out. So you do me like this in every city? Okay, root the boot, bam, boom.
Why you didn't just
And Nori said, Murray, chill out because they're going to do something that happened to me at the other label. And I was like, yeah, I really don't care about it, but it was the act of God. They didn't have my shit right. Bottom line, it could have been anybody, just happened to have been him that night.
So, how did Nori was there?
Yeah, we was all on the tour. We was on Def Jam at the time. We was on tour.
So who was there that saw you put hands on this executive?
Scarface was at the bar when I had grabbed Sam Crespo. But outside, nobody was there. They went back from Texas and went to Human Resources and said this went on. Leo called me and asked, did it happen? Yeah, we had a entanglement, not an entanglement.
So what Nori said? Because you said no.
He was like, "Yo, Murray, chill out because they're gonna go and get you like off the label." It happened to me before. I was like, "Yeah, I hear you, Nori," but then it happened. Leo said, "Let me go," because him and Kevin was leaving Def Jam. Now Leo is at YouTube, and Kevin is at 300.
Mm-hmm.
With Megan Thee Stallion in them. Kevin runs his own label now.
So you put hands on them, and how long it take for them to drop you from the label?
2 shakes of a lion's tail.
Next day, 2 weeks.
2 shakes of a lion's tail.
Next day, 2 weeks.
2 shakes of a lion's tail. Uno, dos, shaky lion tail.
2 days.
A phone call. I was with Ice-T because Tammy Brooke did Ice-T's publish. And he was like, yo, cold. But I didn't know they was leaving. So they had to take me with them. So independency became a way of life by the grace of God, which is the best thing that could have happened to me. When one door closes, another one opens. I had $1 million signing bonus, $1 million budget for 4 options. I did 1 album. I split the money up with the producers. But I seen some other things in the books that people was taking $200,000 from this. Like, what? What is this? No, he did that. Oh, word, that's like y'all rocking. Cool. Bong, I love you. Let's proceed.
Do you wish you would have handled the situation with the employee different?
Well, I don't wish I would have did nothing different because it all happens the way it played out. Now, when I approach a situation now, I would handle it different. I'm actually in anger management program, and I get my certificate in about a week. But I did it in jail too. But yeah, I have the tools to relax because it's not gonna happen. You can't put your hands on nobody. The FBI, the CIA, and the alphabet boys is waiting. They talk a good one, but they don't walk that walk. So I can talk the best with the best of them, but no, I am not an asset. I am what? I'm not a liability or asset. I am the president of the company. So,
why did you do that rant outside where you talked about beating up Tupac? Where you
at
talked about
the BB Kings.
Yeah, why? What was going on with you?
Because it was the underground thing, and I was like, yo, they say they underground. They ain't underground. I clashed with the best of them. So they chopped it and bounced it and then put the heading. And then I couldn't find out who did it. They did it for clickbait. They lied. So don't clickbait Keith Murray. I'm all about love. If I give interviews to people who don't even have a big audience, it just makes sense. But I am at the top of the food chain, so it trickles down. But don't use me as clickbait. Shark bait. Don't use me as clickbait, shark bait.
Your temper, it said that after a while at Def Jam, you felt like you wasn't getting the attention.
Jive.
But then
my popularity wasn't meeting my sales.
At Def Jam, Def Jam artist development.
Def Jam, when I was with AV, Sam Crespo, and Jessica, those are their names. They lied on me. I didn't go to Tina Davis and say, yo, okay, it ain't working out. They're not the people. I elected her. I was with Bimmy at first. But then I gave them the job.
What Bimmy? Uncle Bimmy?
Bimmy with L.O. Cool J?
Yeah.
He worked at Def Jam.
I know.
He was the A&R. I gave them the job. Then we became too friendly. It's business. You can't get personal with these people because at the end of the day...
You got too friendly with Bimmy? Uncle Bimmy? You got too friendly with him?
No, that's my brother. I never had a discrepancy whatsoever with Bimmy, ever. It was the people who said I did something, which I did do to a certain degree. But Sam Crespo, I threw him in a yoke in Virginia. It wasn't the night of Texas. And Jessica, I only flicked her hair. They went and got checks. Human resource. I get it. And that money's long gone.
How do you flick her hair? Come on, stop it.
I did this. Did you just hit me? Oh, yeah, I flicked your hair. I flicked her hair.
Please do not demonstrate on any of my employees or my partner.
Okay. She said it was okay, right? What? Oh, you've harmed and fouled now?
HR, wait, go HR again.
Okay, I won't demonstrate.
He's back.
I did 2 steps. Did I offend you in any manner? Please
No,
forgive me. If you don't, God won't.
Nah, it's
She's
all
good.
good.
No,
It's all
she's
good,
fine.
bro.
She's good. She's good.
Oh, yeah, you on your bullshit.
Come on.
You on your queen shit.
I gotta get you. So, all right, that happened. You off. You don't know what's going on now.
No, I do know what's going on.
You know what's going on, but you had $1 million signing bonus still. Like,
that was in my account.
got it.
The recording budget was $1 million per option.
Oh,
I told you that. If you rewind the tape, you stand corrected.
got it.
My good brother Numsi.
So, I'm trying to figure out you outside rant real quick because I'm watching the rant. You ranting. You talked about something with you and Dame Dash. And,
Dame Dash?
yeah.
No, that was Tupac at the BB Kings.
Yeah,
I
BB
never
King.
said nothing about Dame Dash.
They put Dame Dash in the title as well.
These mother skunks. Okay, let's get that down packed because, yeah, that's a juicy one. Respect to Dame Dash.
Shout out to Dame.
Respect to Jehovah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. But Biggs, he said he knocked Keith Murray out. You never knock Keith Murray. He told God Bless the Dead, what's his name? Combat Jack. He said he knocked Keith Murray out. And then I text him on Instagram, DM'd him. I said, yo, I like those shoes, the clothes. But you said you knocked me out. He said you weren't around. You never touched Keith Murray in your life. You're lying. I will put gloves on and we can donate any amount of money and I will fold you like a paper bag, buddy.
Come on, we're not doing that.
No, we are. Oh, that's your friend?
And no, it's not my friend. But
No, he went to jail for selling the weed, came back and got with Rockefeller. You never touch Keith Murray. You never knock Keith Murray out. Never. Ever. Word to everything I love and don't love. You never had a fight with Keith Murray. I was at the tunnel with 50 grand. We was driving. We saw 2 badunkadunks. Bang! Hit a car. Erick Sermon gave me the Lexus. I took over the lease. It happened to be Biggs. His car wasn't even wrecked. He was flagging down police. I said, y'all don't got no license, nothing. I gave him the credentials. I don't know what happened from that. Me, 50 grand, and Eric Skinner, the A&R from Jive, who signed me, was at Sweetwater's with Maria Davis, Mary J. Blige, and Brandy. They asked me to do the most beautiful thing in the world. I'm doing a record. The DJ is over there playing a record. Somebody scraping a record. I said, fuck the DJ. Fuck the DJ. So, fuck the DJ. So I finished. I'm walking through the crowd. Bang! Somebody hit me in the eye. It was Dame Dash. Or one of his homeboys. 50 grand hit Dame Dash in the head with the Moet bottle. Bing, bong. Shout out to Mims. He went to Jive and wanted $5,000. Mind you. Jay-Z, he's on the wall. Jay, what up, Hova? What up? Every time I see him, we friends. Erick Sermon, friends. Me and Hov never had a problem. I would love to go to Rock Nation. That's a plug.
I thought it was 10,000.
You thought like Nelly and shit like that. $5,000 for stitches. Ask Eric Skinner. In Kenyatta, he worked there. And Horse, he worked there. And Barry Weiss was the president at the time.
I can't confirm that story.
I'm telling you, I'm confirming it.
I wasn't there.
It's truth. You wasn't there, but you asking me. So I'm telling you, he went to Jive and wanted $5,000. Dame Dash don't have a problem at all. But that's what happened. Yes, he's an entrepreneur.
One of the greats.
And I love to listen to him. I learn from him to this day.
I appreciate that.
What happened. That's water under the bridge.
Are you sure? Are you sure it was Dame? Did you see him, or because you said you got hit in the eye? So obviously, if you hit in the eye, you
look
not
at
gonna
his face. It's the stitches. 50 grand hit him. My sure. Like the deodorant.
50 grand might have just told you that.
No, 50 grand is my man. Not God Bless the Dead 50 grand DJ for Biggie. 50 grand from the L.O.D. Geechee grand. I was right there. Told me that.
But you said you got hit in the eye, so when you get hit,
He got hit in the eye with the Moet bottle. I'm telling you something. This is old school. Go ask Dame Dash. The classy stinking funky. Ask him.
Can you go sit down, please?
Yes, I will sit down, but I'm gonna move around. stretch. I'm gonna relax it. I'm relaxing. I'm comfortable with you. So please don't direct me here. What is this? That's a what you doing? What's that?
I don't know what that means.
I'm peeping your sign language with your hands. You got your hand like this, like.
No, I don't. My hand.
You had it, then you moved it when I said it.
Are you crazy? My hand.
It's habitual.
Never. Never.
Okay, cool. I ain't gonna
yeah. Don't drop no pistols.
Oh, he dropped a pistol? You said don't drop a pistol.
Yeah, that's what I said, but it's none of your business. I'm talking to my partner.
Not my business. I mind my own business.
Okay, so let's move on from that. But you did a rant out there and you started talking about all that. And
I was drinking Hennessy.
Okay.
And Heineken's.
Got it.
And whatever else kicked in, my sister kicked up. But I was outside. The niggas underground. They chopped it. I told you that.
You did?
It was
So why?
debauchery. It was debauchery.
So you said Big say he knocked you out, but you don't remember getting knocked out by Big.
Don't remember. I never seen nothing in my life after that. Don't remember. Are you trying to start some shit?
How am I trying to start some shit?
200,000, 500,000, whatever. We box in the ring right now.
Nobody gonna buy. We're not.
No.
Because you hit us. We're not doing that.
Are you crazy?
It's not about trouble. I'm just asking you. You hit the car, and that was the only encounter, right? That's it. You say you flip. I hit the car. I saw.
I see what he's doing.
Who doing?
You.
Talking to Mike. No, I'm not doing nothing.
I ain't talking in the mic.
I'm not doing that.
The mic can hear me very clear. Can you hear me clear?
I can hear you clear.
I don't have to be right here for you to hear me clear, my good brother. We decide to give expression to our greatest desires. A black man smiling in the room of white people is invisible. Even though a man's eyes open don't mean he woke, even the man's eyes closed don't mean he sleep. This right here is a sign of let me calm myself down. Body language. We should come out with a new fragrance.
Called what?
Keith Murray, G Money, Miss T, and King Yellowman. Body language. Cologne for women, men and women, unisex. This segment is brought to you by Body Language.
So, what?
I use that word a lot. So.
To keep it moving, yes.
I'm a streamsist. He found the leaks and I plugged the holes. I had more beef than filet mignon. Got smart, flushed the bullshit down the commode. So.
What year did
Bars.
all this, what year did all this happen, Keith?
The year was 1989.
Come on, man.
I was trying to jive. It was like 88, 87. When Dougie Fresh was all the way to heaven with Slick Rick. Shout out to Slick Rick. I was in Central Park. It was riveting. I was with Shinehead. Shout out to Shinehead. Riveting. Shout out to Big Jeff. Zulu Nation. Riveting.
Did you ever have any encounters with Biggie?
Biggie? Biggie Smalls is one of my best friends.
Really?
Yes. He's a Gemini, such as I.
How'd you meet Biggie?
Well, Puffy was producing and directing a video called Hitting Switches for Erick Sermon in Harlem. And I was there and Biggie was there and Biggie said, "You got some weed?" I said, "Yes." I bought some nicks. He sold some. I smoked some. Business go on. And then me and Biggie became best friends. I used to go pick him up. He was in a Lexus. The radio didn't work. He was like this. I was driving. Axe was in the back seat on Gates. I popped out from coming to re-up. And me and Little C's and Little Kim, I was in Central Park with them, and we are brothers and sisters. I was in the car with Biggie before he died, the day before he came to the hotel, see Def Squad. Erick Sermon knocked on the door, said, "They got your man." He said, "Yo, Murray, I got a show in England, UK. Should I go?" I said, "Big, you know they don't like you out here, go." He stayed. And he happened to have got shot. And then we was in this room with D-Mac, Little C's. D-Mac said, I know who get it. Let's go. I said, let's go. To pop everybody head off that night. I'd have just been getting home right now or never coming home. Cried like a baby when Big died.
So somebody said they knew who did it while y'all was in the hotel.
Yeah, now they know who did it. He said he knew who did it. And then now they say the police was paid or whatever. But that night, I'd have popped everybody fucking head off in LA. I'm too emotional about that. I don't know about it. I don't know. No. But I do have a song with Biggie, with Mary. Or I did the Who Shot Ya? That was me first. Catch this word, it's bubonic plague in your head, back, chest, arms, and legs. When I'm coming through, grab your cranium for alternatum, son of fitting subterraneum. My subliminals with Puffy, called me with Mary. And then they took it and they gave it to Biggie. But he was concerned. He was like, yo, listen, your cells are not matching your popularity, Mary. That's where I got that get from Jive from Biggie. And if you look at the source, he bigged me up on my album. My baby mama got mad and ripped it up. I got a new one, but she's a wild Indian. That's another story. Next subject. This is juicy.
He So you saw him the day before he passed away.
I was there. We didn't go to the Soul Train World party. And I was asleep. Erick Sermon knocked on the door like, yo, they got your boy. I said, who? Big. I cried to this day like a baby. D-Mac said, yo, we know who did it. Let's go. Yeah, I'd have been firing up. I had to shoot guns in the air with them. Somebody, oh. Biggie he had the biggest heart, hurt nobody. He never did nothing to nobody. Ever. Never. He caught the short end of the stick. I'm pissed. Word to everything I love and don't love. I'm glad you asked me that question. Oh, disgusting. I just stick my finger down my throw up the way he was done. Shout out to Mrs. Wallace and the kids. Chris Jr., Tatiana. Uncle Murray loves y'all.
Your relationship with Puffy was a good one, right? It's a good one?
Was, it still is, but...
It's a good one, sorry.
Well, Puffy bought my publishing. He sent Harv to get my publishing. I paid Harv $7,500. Puffy, I need my publishing back. I want publishing for my verse. Give me $5,000 I went and bought a Rolex when I was like 22 years old. I want publishing back, Puffy. He said he wanted to do right by people there. I want publishing back. Thank you. I need my publishing.
Wait. Puffy bought your publishing what year?
The special delivery. He said, yo, we buying publishing, you want it, buy it. Yeah, that's the only, I own everything but that. I want my publishing, Puffy.
You mean the special delivery verse?
This for my nigga, them special delivery. Bang your head off to this, fucking up your memory. I shake your cradle and rock your boat. Buck 50 your bait and butter your throat.
It don't matter where you been or where you at.
I'm here now and I'm banging.
Did you soften in the
Queen England. Phraseologist, natural philosopher, wordsmith, authentical, metaphorical lyricist, sharp descriptive writer, killed the biter, panty raider, party excited. Yo, Murray, what the deal? How you feel? Yeah, I'm gutter. What I utter got him timid, hesitating like a stutter.
Oxymoron, don't
be dumb. My school needs like a United Nigga college fund. I see you plotting, scheming, trying to snake me. When you do, I'ma give it to you. Special delivery.
So
Harv came and said, "Yo, you want to sell it?" I did, yeah. But he's on my album. I need my publishing back, puppy.
But the publishing for that one record, right? You're saying
My intellectual property for monetary gain. I do shows all the time, so I may have got as much as them. I don't know. I want my publishing back. I would die and go to hell for my publishing.
So you got 7,500?
No, I got 5,000. I paid Harv Pierre, Joe Hooker, 7,500 to be on the Carnage. I want my publishing.
You see, you got a Rolex as well, correct?
They gave me a check. I went to the Diamond District and bought a Rolex and put money in it with my own money. I want my publishing. Daddy, big daddy, I want my publishing.
So did you ever ask or reach out to get your publishing?
No, I can't get the Harvin them. I want my publishing. And this is the platform. I want my shit, not now or right now. Because Madison and Milan and Dolly and Brittany need their money. And I still have yet to sign a contract for the monetization for when it goes 1 million, 1.5 or whatever when you put it on the story. I read how this work.
I'm not listening to nothing you saying pertaining to that.
Take the cotton out your ears, put your mouth on mute, and put your brain on compute, and listen to Keith Murray compute. We laugh to get through the hardship.
Now, there's no hardship.
We laugh to get through the hardship of the sorrow.
Bro, bring it, bro. Go over there with it.
No, I'm going. No. I thought you were telling me where to go. I'm not a D-O-G. I'm a G-O-D.
Nah, but.
No. Drink my orange.
Bring the orange juice over there.
No. Orange juice because Cappuccino have to pay us. No, I'm listening.
So you lost the Frederick.
You lost. You're gonna give me sit up and go. You can cut, right, Mister?
Nah, I'm not cutting nothing. You lost.
DJ Vlad, you piece of shit. You cut my interview. Now I'm with Flip.
DJ Vlad did what to you?
DJ Vlad, you piece of shit. You cut my interview. Now I'm with G Money and Queen's Flip.
Why DJ Vlad cut it?
Because I said I'm Vlad. When I'm in Russia, I drink vodka. He bust my shit up. Vlad, you a piece of shit.
Why you gotta be a piece of shit? He didn't want
you. Because you're culture vulture. You Vlad. Your mother skunk.
Wait, hold on. Why you?
That chop it up if you want to. Now you don't ask me no question. I tell you no lie. Next question.
No.
No. He's not here to defend himself.
You don't switch the
question. I said what I said.